Hello guys, probably thinking this is about honing, but it is not. So for those people who get into tier 3 and they finish Punika storyline, they need to do this dungeon to get the gear. And this is the only way to get the gear. You cannot trade it through the market. So what happens is, for you to be able to access the pirate ship and guardian and chaos and next level of chaos and bases and everything else, you need to get all the blue pieces from the chaos dungeon. And the problem that people have is that sometimes it's not enough. 2 runs is not enough. For me, it took 4 runs on this character. On my alts, it took 2 runs, and on my 4th alt, it took also 4 runs to get the gear. But there are people even who needed more than 5 days to get. So, for example, if you look at this Reddit post, there's a guy who didn't get his gear for 5 days straight. So what I did on my alts is I tried equipping the gear as it drops. So for example, the piece drop, you can immediately equip it. And for my 2 alts, it seemed to work. I got my pieces in 2 runs. So I equipped everything. And for example, there was 1 piece remaining and it would drop. But I don't think it has actually any impact. Maybe, but if you are just hitting the free, then there's no harm in trying to equip all the gear pieces as they drop. It probably doesn't work, but in case it does, there's no harm in doing it. So, and I see a lot of people in the world chat who hit tier 3 and they do the chaos and they start complaining in chat that, or rather asking if there's any way to get the gear pieces, and there isn't. So, and a lot of people are really upset, and I can understand why, because for me as well, it was I hit tier 3 and if I had gotten my items on that day, I could have went to the pirate ship and gotten the materials, but I had to get it after the reset. A piece of advice I can give is, if you know you're gonna hit tier 3 that day, try avoiding doing chaos on tier 2. So if you have enough time to finish Punika, which is 2 or 3 hours, try to save your chaos runs and do it on tier 3 instead. Most people do need 2 days. Like everybody I know, all my friends needed at least 2 days to get it on their first character. For my alts, for 2 of my alts, I did it in 2 runs, so in 1 day. But most people I know, there's very few people who get all the gear they need, or in those 2 runs. So just be prepared for that, and if you can, try to save your chaos runs.